Hey everyone, welcome to another race breakdown. In today's video, we are recapping Gears and Guitars, aka the Winston Cycling Classic. We're in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This is the Cat 2-3 race. And we are jumping right into the action. Got a good start, got a good clip, just stomped on the pedals and actually waited until I kind of got over the crest of this hill to take a second to clip in. Extremely crucial on this race since you start on a pretty good incline at the start-finish line. So trying to clip in, it can be pretty tough. But you can see my teammate Jeremy and a Mustangs rider are already up the road, and I'm kind of just comfortable with this. We're first lap in. Let's see what they got. If you can't guess, we're 4 minutes in now. I've just been kind of patrolling the front. That move from Jeremy and the Mustang rider quickly got brought back and reset, but I've just been kind of, these first couple laps, you know, riding at my own pace and really just trying to stay up front, not get caught up in the washing machine and all the craziness in the back. Finally, with 4 minutes in, Hot Fly rider goes, a young Squadra rider follows him, Mustangs rider, Joyce Athletics. All the main hitters and teams are up at the front for this first early move of the race. If you aren't familiar with this course, guys, it's a figure eight, really fun. This turn one right here that we're about to go down kind of drops down and it's slightly off camber, really rough in the middle and through the exit. So being comfortable with your tires, highly recommend running some beefier tires for this race. This whole stretch of road right here is full of potholes, bumps, seams, manhole covers, stuff like that. Don't want to get a flat on a course like this just because of you're not running the right equipment. All right, pushing ahead, 7 minutes in. Kind of hard to see right here as we're stuck in the washing machine, but Jeremy is up the road. One of my Newtype teammates. We got Nick right here, right in front of me, and I'm comfortable with this. We're good with this. Boom, you can see Jeremy and another rider going up the road. And we're kind of just fighting this washing machine effect back here between like top 10, top 12 riders. Coming down to the last two turns of the course, it's downhill right here, sweeping, fun, fast, two left-handers. Really fun. The barriers kind of open up to your right, so you can kind of take a wider line. And since you're going to go uphill on this last turn, you really don't have to brake too much because of all the speed and momentum that you lose because of the uphill. But Jeremy is up the road. He's just cresting the hill right now, and I'm moving straight to the front to block it up for my teammates. But we've got some really savvy riders. We've got the bike library rider out of Raleigh, Joyce Athletics guys, Hot Fly. They are sniffing this thing out. They see us come to the front, and they know that something's up. Jeremy's move gets brought back. Well, I say that. He's still a couple seconds up the road now. You can barely see him in the front cam. And then now it took two hard chase efforts from various teams and various riders to really bring this thing back. Nick just diced through there, coming through this final two downhill turns to really get towards the front and try and help Jeremy solidify, get away. Unfortunately, only 10 minutes in. It's still pretty early. Guys still have fresh legs. Everyone's really trying to figure out who's going to, be the animators of this race as we do a hard dig up this hill, start-finish line straight every single time. 12 minutes in, just a lap or so later, and you really started to notice, like, this point in the race is when a lot of the gaps started opening up. You really found out who had the fitness to hang in this race or not. Your cover moves, you really don't want to get caught on the wrong side of split. You got some Joyce Athletic riders going backwards, some Hot Fly riders going backwards right here. And I'm letting Che know right here with the Mustangs, like, yo, be conscious, keep your head up, go around some of these guys. You can see in front of Che now, like, we've already got a gap opening up just because people are dropping wheels on that uphill. It's extremely dangerous. And with Jeremy right here behind me, I know we don't have our threshold rider, our diesel motor up in this split, so I really want to make sure we stitch this thing up. I was feeling pretty good on this section of the course. It goes downhill, slightly kicks up as we take this right-hander, and it goes downhill again. I don't know if I was just being really good being aero today or what, but just carried a lot of momentum. Bike was feeling light, feeling good. Legs were feeling fresh. yeah, and so slowly bridge up to these guys, make sure we stitch this thing up, or at least have representation up in the front here. All right, 18 minutes in. A little bit of backstory. I've never finished this race. Every year I've done it, my legs and this hill just do not get along. And this year I've done some extra training with my coach to really make sure I have that just a couple more watts or just a little bit more fitness to kind of make sure I finish this race. And by 18 minutes in, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident. Right now, big splits are starting to happen. We've got Jeremy up here. You can see him in the front cam. And then in front of him is our other teammate, Nick. So I see some other really threatening riders. Team Winston-Salem, a.k.a. Velocious. And then in front of him, this younger squadron rider, 2 wheels in front of us. And then a Joyce rider. There's already starting to be gaps up here, up in the front, kind of opening up. And I have 2 guys up the road in this split, and I'm completely fine with that. If this is how the race plays out, I like our numbers. I like the guys we have up the road. I'm kind of just going to sit in right here and let this thing happen, make these other guys work, make them burn matches, really test their fitness. For hopefully later in the race, they're going to get burnt out. So you can see this is a pretty big group that gets away right here. And unfortunately, with that group being so big, you already have guys trying to skip poles. The cohesion's not there. And then sure enough, other riders in the main group see this threatening move and they want to be a part of the action as well. So it's all stitched back together. We've been rolling here for about 10 minutes. Nothing's really gone up the road, nothing crazy. And then now Jeremy on our right, teammate, does an attack on this downhill right here. If you guys know Jeremy, he doesn't have the biggest snap in the world, but he can freaking throw out some watts and do a great threshold effort to get some separation. So he's attacking on the downhill right here. Unfortunately, our team's a little bit marked. Jeremy's a really strong rider. Obviously, doing these videos and talking about him and his effort doesn't really help him. So anytime we do these races now, people are looking out for him. Some of our other guys just to mark them whenever we're in a move. Bit of a bummer. Jeremy spent a little bit of watts, all for nothing really. So in hindsight, probably shouldn't have attacked right there, waited for a little bit more momentum on his side, but it happens. He spent the watts to try and get away. Didn't work out. All right, we're 30 minutes in. I've been back up towards the front right here, kind of just patrolling again. It's just way easier to take these bottom 2 corners when you're on the front, and you can carry so much more momentum as you come through the start-finish line hill. And you're just out of all the brake checking, the undercutting, the choppy wheels and stuff like that. But look in the rear cam, we have 2 squadron riders taking huge attacks, multiple riders deep through the peloton, and just watch how I just get freight trained right here. And I sag climb a little bit. I see we have some representation on there. But isn't it NorCal rule number 1, don't chase your teammate? That was a little bit confusing to me when I saw both squadron riders go by me at the same time. As another rider, like when we see that, we're going to mark you ASAP. All right, 36 minutes in. It's still all together. This is a 45-minute crit. Attacks have been going. You can start to tell guys are getting weak in the legs, though. This hill is really taking its toll on riders. And we have one more hard attack as we come through. I think we're like 4 or 5 laps to go right now. And I'll just let Jeremy know, hey, man, go up there, get separation. And I kind of do my best to kind of sag climb, get in the way, cause some separation, disrupt the best I can. Jeremy, if we get up the road, he is our best rider to really get that breakaway established and hold on to the breakaway. Whereas me, more punchy sprinter, this late in the race, if he has the legs and he's feeling good, I would much rather have him go up the road and then I can kind of clean it up on the final couple laps. And you can see here, we got separation. Again, I'm just trying to fall in line. But this was a super threatening move, and you can see the squadron rider in the rear right here. I kind of just like do a little soft pedal and make him burn a match, make this Velocious rider burn a match to come around me. I really want to make sure they're pretty spent when it comes to the last final laps. All right, we are 43 minutes in, guys. We are 1.5 laps to the finish line. If you can see way up the road, we have 4 guys who have gotten away. In these last 2 laps, the peloton has let a couple guys escape towards the front, and Jeremy, teammate, has been on the front just trying to pull this thing back all by himself. No one wants to help him. All these other guys, all these other teams in this race are just not wanting to do the work. Got a lot of squadron riders around me. Got a lot of other Joyce Athletic riders around me. Like Jeremy's from Newtype is helping out, but no one else is really. So a bit frustrating, but hey, that's racing. And so now me as our sprinty boy, I really have to kind of dissect this last lap and really put all my cards in to try and find the right time to leapfrog up to those 4 riders and try and sprint through them. Sure enough, we're hitting the bell lap right here at the start-finish line, and we have another mega attack coming up the final uphill. It's getting dicey, navigating through the peloton. Jeremy's done. He's smoked. Appreciate his effort all day. And then now you just navigate and you just get around the guys that just don't have the legs for this final lap. The group is right there. They're only just like 10 to 15 yards ahead of us, but it's just so hard to close it down on this last lap. You have like a whole like reshuffling of this final little 4 group breakaway. And I'm right here. I'm following wheels. This bike library guy directly in front of me, he's been super strong all race. I know he can probably carry me a little bit further through the course before I launch my final sprint to try and leapfrog up to them. We're single file. You know the pace is high, and those guys are just slowly getting away from us, getting away. I'm just trying to be as patient as possible here. It is super hard to do on the last lap. Bike library guy comes through, super clutch, pedals super fast through this final corner, get a little bit of a slingshot from him, launch my sprint super early on the underside of the course, get a little bit of separation in the rear, just what I want. I don't want to bring any of the other guys up to these final 4 riders with me. Stay on the power nice and smooth, take the corner really fast, get back on the power as soon as you can, and I've caught him. Now I'm going to undercut the hot fly rider. Unfortunately, like these last 2 corners just come so quick, and there's pretty narrow on this final exit that I really just don't have much room to kind of open up my sprint super early. And now it's just a drag race to kind of see if I can come around people, see if I can hold my position. Boom, end up coming away 6th. John Paul from Hot Fly got me right at the line. He carried a little bit more momentum coming through that final corner. This is one of those courses, guys. You know, if you're not first through the last or second and final turn, it really just kind of sets up the entire race. So super fun, great effort by all the guys. I was over the moon that I finished this race and ended up getting a decent result for this crit. This kind of punchy threshold course is like one of my big nemesis. Jeremy, Nick doing great efforts all day long. So to get like a top 10, top 6 for those guys ended up being a good day for us. Little out of position on the final 2 laps, and just the cohesion of the entire group didn't work together. But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all watching. Catch you on the next one.
Yeah. I finished.